Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa Galloway and this is Beauty from Inside and Out. I'm coming to you today barefaced, hair up, ready to talk about some products, guys, that will really help. I think you, if you're in your 50s plus, at least they do for me, some that you may probably even just have at home and you didn't even know it. So let's get into this. Let me show you how I use them. See you in a minute.
If you're here, then you woke up today. And that is a blessing. Don't take that for granted. Don't waste it.
Okay, so I am in my either going to bed attire or just getting up wear. But I'm keeping this just, what we do either in the beginning of our day or maybe when you have a little time at night. I really truly believe these beauty tools help. They really do. Now, just to keep things very real, authentic, you've got to use them. And you have to use them regularly if you want them to work the way they were created to work. Okay, so one is going to be clearly on just the basics of wearing makeup, and something that you can do to just tone down that cakey look, because when we're aging, the last thing we want is to have makeup that looks like it's makeup. I think you want to go ahead and just keep it simple and just keep it just as minimal as possible with coverage. But let's face it, ladies, the more makeup we're putting on our face to cover up what we think we're trying to cover up is not doing it justice. So there's a tool that I'm going to show you that I am affiliate with, but the other two things that I do, I'm not. It's just something that I bought on my own or I've been gifted, and I just really think that they are worth the time and the money for you to invest in for your own personal confidence. Like, that's another thing. Like, why are we so into like what other people and the noise that can come into our ears? If what you're doing is helping you just step into a little bit of that confidence that you need to go about your day, then do that's what's going to make your heart smile. Okay, so without further ado, let me get into a tool that, I'll be very honest, it's pricey. I've had this tool for years now, but I think that it's something that when it first came out, there was a lot of skepticism. I know I was one, and I thought, is that really going to work for the price tag that it comes with? But as I said earlier, everything within worth your time, effort, and money. If you don't use it, then that's when it's really a waste of time and money. So what I'm talking about, it is this tool. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's not being talked about really a lot anymore, but I think it truly does work. And it is the NuFace. Have you heard of it? They've come with, this is probably one of the older models. They have upgraded this tool, and then there's so many other on the market. But my whole point of using this is because it helps stimulate your blood flow, the muscles on your face. And how this works, it is really okay. So honestly, what it does is that it generates these electrical kind of microcurrent technology to stimulate the face. So it's gonna zap you just a little, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth the zap. This is the other serum. It's a gel, really. It's hyaluronic acid, but it's a gel form, and I haven't really used anything beside it. You pump it out and it comes out again just in a gel form. You can probably use anything really that has this texture, because you need something to cause slippage. You don't want to use this when it's tugging your face. Actually, the more of this gel you do have on, the better it's going to create that microcurrent. At least I put that to the test. Now, I'm going to show you clearly on this side. I haven't done anything, but I'm going to show you how it will give you not only a immediate result, because you'll see the difference, how everything just kind of gets lifted. And it's because you're having and you're causing those muscles to like contract, right? And contrast. And also you're getting that blood flow on your skin. So you put this on by just kind of like pushing that button in, and you're gonna hear beeps as it tells you when to like start a new motion. See, I already felt a little bit of a zap there. Did you hear that? So what I do is that I do this move repetitious about maybe 4 times on the same spot relatively until I am ready to move on to the next section. You can use this clearly in the spot I'm using it, right? On your cheeks, on that jawline. You can also use this on your brow to kind of have a lift here as well. Like if you have, ooh, it has a little zap, it does. And it'll give you a little bit of that lifted, brow, not having to look so sagging. The secret in this is to use this though regularly, daily, because it's not gonna last, right? This isn't something that's like a permanent type of plastic surgery that you're doing, that you're not needing retouch, if I'm saying that correctly. The other place you can use this is on your neck. Now your neck is going to be clearly a little bit more sensitive. So let me go ahead and add a little bit more of the gel onto my neck. But you can bring this down if you're having a little bit like of that, just a little bit of that sagging, kind of, that's something what starts to occur as we're getting older. But I don't take it below like the collarbone. I just kind of keep it right here. And go back. And then you just kind of keep rotating this as you hear the beep. You know that it's just time to begin another section. And again, you're feeling the little zaps on your face. So my favorite place to use this is on my jawline, like I started like right here, and on the cheekbone right here. That's like my favorite place because it's kind of like my trouble areas as far as like having this all starting to shift down. So anything I can do to help that along, I think that this is magical. Okay, so again, it'll take you probably to do both, and I usually do this clearly in the day, in the morning, if you have that time, but it'll probably take you about maybe 10 minutes or so. The beeps are very quick. It takes about maybe 10 seconds each section. And clearly if you're wanting to do neck, jawline, cheekbone, and on top of your forehead with that underbrow, then it's going to take you a little longer. But if you want to make it a quick one and just keep it at the jawline and like the cheek, then I think you can get that done within like 10 minutes. Under 10 minutes is fair. So again, amazing tool. A little bit on the pricier point. It comes with a USB that you can charge, and I think it's totally worth the investment if you're going to use it. And I'll be honest, I will sometimes kind of tuck it away in my drawer and then I forget about it. But if I'm really wanting to, and you can see Can you see how that just lifted this just a little versus this side that has a little bit more of that puffiness? So it does work, and even more so when you first get it, if you do it for consistently every day, I think up until like the 60-day mark, you will see results. You take the picture before and after, and you'll be pleasantly surprised and happy how this tool really does work. So again, this is the new face. There are other brands. I just happen to have this one, but I think it's a good purchase to do what you're needing your face, or needing a little bit of that stimulation and just getting those muscles in your face to be worked on, right? So let me talk about now another area which I think is a big problem also for us mature ladies, and that is under our eyes. Oh goodness. Okay, so I think this can be a huge topic just under the eye alone, but there are a couple of tools that I like to use when it comes to the under eye. I personally have and struggle with a lot of puffiness. Maybe it's the extra salt that I'm constantly eating, or it's probably also age. I don't have a lot of discoloring, but I do have the puffiness. So these three things that I do and that I use, I think go a long ways. Again, when you're using them regularly and correctly, you will get the results that you're looking for. Okay, so which one am I going to start with out first? It's been known that caffeine will help with any kind of puffiness. It's been scientifically proven, and that's why there's many products, serums, creams that have that caffeinated ingredient to help with the puffiness. I have used this product for years, and truly it has helped. Very low end price point. You can pick this up at any beauty store. It is by The Ordinary, and it's called Caffeine Solution. It comes a serum in a dropper, and it's very it's thicker, so it's not liquidy, it's not very translucent, but this is amazing. So what I will do is I will put just a drop of this onto my finger, and I will put this under my eye. That bottle will go a long ways. I can have that bottle for months before I have to repurchase. So this is a great thing to use when you wake up in the morning to puffiness and you want to let that sit and let it absorb to your skin before you go in with anything else. Now, the other thing that also, they have creams as well that you can put under your under eye when it comes to the caffeine ingredient. Some creams you have to be careful because if they're too thick to put on your makeup, that can interfere. So I would just be cautious of that. One that I do and I have found, and I like it a lot, it goes well without makeup or under, before makeup, because this is not thick. So I started to use this in the morning because I thought, okay, puffiness. But then I started using it in the evening. And what I started to see was that I was waking up with a lot less puffiness. Granted, it was still puffy because, your body is doing what it's doing and your eyes are shut and it's on the pillow and what have not. But using this was like incredible. So it's a cream, and this one is called Upgrade Caffeinated Botanical Eye Cream. It is so good. It's so lightweight. So I've been using this one. You can see it's not drippy. It's not extremely thick. So it goes well under makeup if I choose to wear it like in the morning. But this is so well on the skin. And I use this one really like all over my eyes, because not only does it help with puffiness, but it also helps with fine wrinkles. Ladies, don't we get those wrinkles, crow's feet, like at the end of our eyes? Well, this helps relax that. And in the morning, I wake up with a little less puffiness and my eyes not looking so tired. So it's amazing. It says that it's amazing for even discoloring. I haven't put that one to the test because I personally do not have the darker circles under my eyes, but it does help with that as well as the puffiness. So this is really, really good. It's a trial size. It does come in a bigger tube, but I was gifted this and I love it. So I'm gonna be purchasing that one in its regular size when I'm running low on that. So again, a cream, a serum that has caffeine in it is amazing when it comes to having your under eye look more awake. Because let's keep it real, right? Doesn't your puffiness and the darker circles, it just seems like not only make you look tired, but it ages you. I enjoy using a good J roller. This one here, I just stuck it out of my freezer. You can actually see how it's still cold, but it's called a stainless steel roller. And I know you've seen these many times with like some kind of stone, which I think also is fine. But oh my gosh, listen, if you can put this in your freezer first thing in the morning, when you first get up, let it sit there for just about maybe 15 minutes. This is going to do wonders. Now, granted, you can also take a spoon and put that in the fridge or in the freezer and do the same thing, right? The cold is really the secret for allowing that puffiness. We've heard it all the time, right? What happens when you sprain an ankle? It's swollen, you ice it. Is the same concept when it comes to like the puffy eyes. Anything that you're placing that's cold is going to reduce that puffiness. But this feels so good. Talk about having your eyes awakened, right? So you can clearly use the other side to kind of like maybe even depuff your entire face if you feel like your face is just feeling a little puffy. But the other side, it has the one side here where it's just small enough to go under your eyes. What I like about this one is that it is stainless steel, so it's not going to tarnish. I was gifted this one. And just, I'm enjoying it. It's about really like, I look at skincare and anything that I'm doing that's pertaining to treating myself as pampering. So whether you have those extra 15 minutes in the morning, or maybe just take those 15 minutes like at night to pamper yourself, right? To just go ahead and get yourself either ready for bed and get relaxed, or just being able to have everything set and ready before you start putting on your makeup and going about your day. It's just amazing. Just think of it as pampering for yourself. Okay, so again, stainless steel roller. I think this is so good. Now, the last thing that I think also helps, and there are so many in the market. We've seen them all the time, whether they're disposables or maybe there's something that you can use and then tuck them away, are the strips. Right? We've seen them all over the place. But I also believe that these do work. They help tremendously. Now, this one here is by the company Dew. I'm sure you've heard of it. I don't know if you can read that, but it's backwards, but it's called Dew. They have amazing products. And I started to use these under eye strips, the disposable ones, and when I realized that I was using it a lot, I just thought, let me invest in something that I don't have to toss in the garbage. And these come in so handy. You can do what I just did prior by putting on a little serum or some cream and then just locking this on there and letting that just absorb it under your eyes. Go have your cup of coffee, read your Bible, your newspaper, whatever you're doing in the morning right before you kind of get into your day, and let these sit under your eyes. You will peel this off about maybe 10 minutes. And again, I know all of this seems like it's a lot. Like you're not going to clearly do the stimulation with like a tool like the New Face and do the J roller and pick one. Pick something that you feel is helping you target whatever issues you're having. I know for me, for sure, is the puffy eyes. So it's one thing I will not do. And that is taking care of my under eyes. I just don't want them to look tired. So these are amazing. Again, invest in something that you can use, kind of gently wash and then tuck it away until the next morning. And if you're starting out and you don't know whether you're going to use these on a regular, and maybe you do want the ones that you toss, they have so many different brands have them. Again, like I started with one, I'm forgetting the name of, I'll put the name here below, is the one I started with. I thought they worked well. It lasted me forever. They come a bunch in that container. And so maybe when you see that you're using them more often, you may want to get something that you're not just tossing away after you're using them. So again, under eyes, on just the taking care of them before your makeup, because makeup is just another topic in and of itself. But these are the things that I feel that help for us ladies that our eyes are looking a bit tired, whether it's just the discoloring to the puffiness, and we're looking for something that's going to really, really work. And I think these 3 things that I've mentioned definitely does the job. Okay, now for my last tool, and there are many, but I'm just kind of picking the 3 that I feel that really help. And this one pertains makeup. Once you have your makeup on. So let me remove this and I'll get to you and show you what that is. So this tool is a beauty blender. Guys, it's not just any beauty blender. Beauty blender. That doesn't seem right. But I think that each one of these little sponges that you may see kind of everywhere, they're made for different things. Some are actually made to like help you put makeup on. Others are for maybe even just powdering down. I haven't really have come across a lot that will help absorb makeup that you're trying to minimize on your skin for that cakey look or feeling. That's where this one comes in. Now this one I am affiliated with this brand. This one's called the Perfector. And this is the actual size that it comes in. So it is small. Now when you fill this with water, you run it under your water and just let it get absorbed with all the water it needs. And then squeeze it out, squeeze all the water out, wring all the water out. And then even take like a towel or a towel paper or a towel, absorbent towel, and then wring it within the towel. So basically you want it wet to the touch, but not gorging with water. So you don't want any water to come out. Once you do that, you just let it sit out. And like I said, once this is wet, it actually then puffs up, it doubles in size. You let it sit there and you let it starts to just be in the perfect consistency to what then you're going to use it for once you put on your makeup. And I mean like your cream makeup. Again, it's by this company called Seints, and their creams are superb. I use it to go ahead and help that makeup, the top layer of the makeup that I'm putting on, to get absorbed onto this beauty blender. Why does that sound wrong? Beauty blender. So This one will help. It will help. Then you press it onto your skin once you do put on like your foundation on that first layer, and you just press this on to remove that cakiness. I tell you, it will leave it's called a perfector for a reason. It will leave your makeup perfected at the right amount of what you want for it not to look like it's makeup. I don't know about you, but now that I'm the age that I am, I don't want to have my makeup look like I have it on. And granted, it's my face. It's just added with a little bit of color and a little bit of dimension. But I don't want it to look like it's on my skin, if that makes any sense. So this tool is perfect for that. Perfect for that. Whenever I advise anyone in trying Saint out, and I do color matches, I always give not only what the colors that are best for you, I choose a couple of brushes that go well to apply the makeup, and I usually say you'll need this perfector for the most part. It will just help you along the way with not having that heavy-handed look of makeup that you're putting on if you're new at trying cream makeup. And so again, I've tried other ones and it just doesn't do the job that this one was created to do. Okay, so that's kind of it. So let me know, which one of these have you tried? Do you do any of them? Do you have areas that you're like, I need to do something about this because it wasn't a problem before, but now that I'm in my 40s, 50s and over, it's a problem. But how do I combat this? I'd love to know what that is for you. Leave them in the comments. If you need any help, you have any questions, leave them in the comments as well. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.